Hello everyone. So we have been looking into something called polymorphism, and we have learned a concept called what do you call overloading, right? Polymorphism, right? And overloading. So you know what overloading is. So within the same class, we can write two methods with the same name and a different parameter. So that they can be treated as two different methods by compiler or by the system when you are using it depending on the usage. Okay, so here you can see, okay, we wrote the same Maruti and yes, and that is saying I am the Maruti brand car, and we wrote another same Maruti that passes the name, and we concatenate the name and we tell the user, okay, hi user, this is I am the Maruti brand car. Then we in the car maker we or you call them two methods, and we ran successfully and we made it work, right? So let me see. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, see, so both are working, right? I am Maruti brand car. Hello Jake, I am the Maruti brand car. Okay, so that means this method also called, and then this method also called. So how can we differentiate the methods? What are the logics, so what are the ways to differentiate methods using polymorphism, using overloading? So this concept is called overloading. Okay, within the same class we have same method names but different parameters, so that all can be used according to the purpose. We can differentiate depending on the usage. I mean, keeping the usage, by looking at the usage, the system can differentiate, okay, this method is being called or other method is being called. Sorry guys. Now, okay, let's see something like this. So what are the ways of doing it? Okay, so one thing is, let's say we have one parameter, or we don't, okay, let's consider this one. Okay, hold on a second. We have one we have right some one another one. Okay, this is one string. Okay, yes, and I can, so to make a method be overloaded, I can change the number of parameters. Okay, so here there's no parameters, here there's one parameter, and it worked. Now if I want to have another one, I can have two strings, string name, string name. I can give maybe string second name. Okay, and then I can concatenate both names. Okay, this will work. So you can increase the number of, so I can have another hello. Okay, I'm adding two names, concatenating two names, that's what I'm doing, right? So let's say there are two guys and I'm telling two guys names. Okay, so maybe they Jack and David, so I can say hello Jack, hello David, I am the Maruti brand car, something like that. So I can have increase the number of parameters. See, there's no string, now one string and two string. Okay, and also I can write like this, public void say Maruti. Okay, and let's say you are passing two different string parameters, for example one string and one integer. String name int. Okay, so here also let's say this is his age, that person's age. Okay, so I will say hello dash hello age. Hello we don't need, okay, we can have only age there. So let's say hello Jake. Okay, 15, that means age, I am Maruti brand car. That doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense, but still we can do something like this. So here we look at this, here also we have two parameters, here also we have two parameters, but here we have string and string, here we have string and integer. So we can differentiate. If a user is passing a string and a string and call the method, we will use this method. If a user is passing a string and an integer and call the method, then this method will be called. Okay, simply we can differentiate or not, yes. that is also possible. So just increasing that number of parameters, so having different parameters, okay. Or another way is changing the order of the parameters. For example, public void say Maruti, and I'm saying age first, okay. Let's say next int age and string name, okay. And then maybe in the this one, okay, this one I will change the implementation, right. First I will have the age hello, not hello, hi, we can say hello, hello, okay, let's have the age, okay, age hello 15. Then I will have, let's say, okay, yes, old, and his name, right, old name, old Jake, okay, or David, and the Maruti brand car. So see here, what is the difference between these two methods? Here we are saying passing in two methods we are passing two, in these two methods we are passing two parameters, okay. One is string and one is integer. But how do we differentiate the order? First we have a string and an integer, and then again we have in this one we have an integer first and string. So when the user is calling this method, if we pass the string first and integer next as parameters, we will call this method. And if the user is passing integer first and string next as parameters, we will call this method. See, using the order also we can differentiate. So these are the ways basically we can we can overload methods in a class, okay. So you can use all these methods, right, using same Maruti 1 2 3 4 5. If you want you can have more, int also possible, right. So you can go for more, right. So this is very comfortable because since we are using the same purpose, we have the same name, but depending on the user's preferences we are giving options, okay. You can have only one name, you can have one name and another name, your friend's name. If there are two people, you can have your name and age. If you want your age first to be said, then you can pass age and name, I mean you can pass first age and name. So according to your preference we can use any methods but with the same name, okay. So this is called overloading, right. So we will try to implement it, or we will try to do the practical. Okay, we will call these methods and pass the values and see how they are being printed in the next video, guys. In this video just try to understand what I have said, okay. Increasing the number of parameters works on overloading, having different parameters works on overloading, different type of, and having the order changed between this and this, first string next int, first int next string, that also will work on the overloading without giving us an error. Otherwise it will give us an error. If I like this method again and again, if I write another same RD and passing one string, it will give me an error because it is already here. System will confuse. Or if I write same RD again, passing again two strings, this will give me an error because already it is there. Get it? That is why I am differentiating using different kind of parameters and different changing the number of parameters, things like that. You got the point, right? So if you didn't understand, just rewatch the videos and you will understand on what are the ways we can successfully do the overloading in the polymorphism, guys. Okay, I will catch you up in the next video as a continuity of this video. Until then, guys, stay safe.